Hey everybody, Tom Pierce here, wanting to talk a little bit about all of the hate and discontent that's been going on these pages for the last few months. I mean, it's been going on a lot longer than that, but the last few months it's been pretty much to the point of ridiculous. And my point on it would be, if you are wondering why your internet sales were doing so good for such a long time, and maybe they've been suffering as of late, I'll tell you why, from my point of view, why this could be happening. People obviously have different points of view on what a coin will grade, or anything to do with the quality or damage, or has this coin been cleaned or not, or there's always going to be lots of differing opinions on these matters. And it's really sad when two people can have a difference of opinion on something, and that should be where it ends. Well, I think this and you think that. Okay. Good to know you. Have a nice day. But for some reason, that's not the way it's been going. It's for some reason lately, it's like either agree with me or GFY, and there's a lot of youngsters in this hobby now, 13, 14, 15, 18 years old. I got no problem with that. I welcome new members with open arms to this community. In fact, I'm one of the first guys that'll step up and help, by maybe even giving some coins away to a new young man wanting to start off in coin collecting. But this new wave of, if you don't agree with me about something, we have to hate each other, it's absolutely ridiculous. And not only that, but to take it to the levels that some of this has been taken to is just beyond belief. I never would want to spend near as much time arguing over the grade of a coin. I mean, I've seen guys start off with arguing about a grade of a coin, and a week later they're still fighting, a month later they're still fighting, a year later they're still fighting. And that's how it all started, was just something so trivial, something so meaningless, that it's just ridiculous. And then when it gets taken to the level of I don't like you and I don't like how you've spoken to me, so I'm going to ban you from my Facebook page. But not only that, I'm going to have all of my buddies ban you from all their Facebook pages, even though you had nothing to do with these other Facebook pages. Your beef was not on that page. Your beef had nothing to do with anyone on that page. But I'm so immature and vindictive that not only am I going to boot you off of my page, but I'm going to have you removed from every administrative person I know. I'm just gonna fire them a PM and say, this guy hurt my little baby feelings, and please boot them off of your page too. You know, I mean, that's just, my God, that's middle school stuff at best. And you know, I understand if you scammed somebody, you know, you bought something, didn't pay for it, or you bought something and paid for it, received it, and then filed a claim, you know, trying to scam the money. You know, if you're a scammer, yeah, you know, you deserve to be booted off of as many coin-related pages as there are. But whenever you have somebody booted off of all your friends' pages just because they hurt your little feelings somewhere along the way, that's just down low. That's so. Back to my original point, guys like me, and I'm a spender. I'll tell you right now, I know I spent over $20,000, probably $30,000 last year on precious metals, coins, things of that nature. But whenever I am on one of these pages and I see some of this tomfoolery going on and see this vindictiveness going on, I don't want anything to do with you. If I used to buy a lot of stuff from you and I don't buy anything from you anymore, it's probably because of the way I've seen you treating other people. I'll give you an example of how deep this stuff can get. I used to be an administrator for a large firearms related Facebook page, 20,000 people plus. Not even the administrator, I actually created the page. I had a guy one time wanted to sell a shotgun to a guy, and they made a deal, and the guy was like, okay, I'll see you in 3 days. And he's like, 3 days? Why do we have to wait 3 days? Well, there's a waiting period in Illinois. In Illinois, we have a firearms owner identification card that you have to have in Illinois if you own firearms. And if you ever sell a firearm, the person that's buying it has to have one of these firearm owner identification cards, and you have to make record of the person and the serial number of the gun and the date of the purchase, and you have to make them wait the waiting period, 72 hours for a shotgun or a rifle, or I'm sorry, 24 hours for a shotgun or rifle, 72 hours for a handgun. Well, the guy that was buying it said, I'm not waiting 3 days. That's stuff for a dealer. Individuals don't have to wait the time period. And the guy selling the gun was like, no, you're wrong. Any individual has to wait the waiting period, even if it's just like they're buying a gun from a gun store. And the guy that was wanting to buy it was like, no, you're wrong. I know everything. I've been doing this for 20 years. I'm smart. I'm used to have a federal firearms license. I know it all, you know. And so these two guys ended up, before you know it, F this and MF that and your mama this, and, you know, just all full of venom and hate. Well, the guy that was buying the gun was plain wrong. I mean, just wrong. In Illinois, you have to wait the cool down period, no matter what, no matter who you're buying it from. And the guy selling it got online, got on the Illinois state police website, cut, copied, and pasted, where it shows that if you're an individual, you have to wait the waiting period. So he was right. And he pasted it all out there for the guy to see that was wrong. But there were no apologies. There were no, oops, I thought it was this way, but I can see I was wrong. I'm sorry. This ended up with one guy beaten almost half to death and hospitalized, and one guy in prison. Just over words. Just over Facebook puffing your chest out. I'm right, you're wrong. We can't agree, so we have to hate each other because we can't agree. And I've seen coin deals between individuals get to the point where, they're doing background checks on each other, criminal background checks on each other, finding out where each other lives, drawing nasty pictures of people's families, threatening to come kill you and your whole family and gonna murder everybody, and just all over. I think this coin's a MS-64 and you think it's a MS-63. I mean, come on. Come on. Seriously. Anyway, I think that it would be good for these groups if all the players made a video like this and let everybody kind of halfway meet you, see you, maybe find out a little bit of what you're about, find out that you're a real person, with a job and feelings and, a family, and, maybe this might help if everybody did a video and, let everybody see that you're actual decent human being and not the devil. But my whole point to this video is that if you've wondered why your Facebook sales have plummeted and guys like me don't buy from you anymore, it's because if I see you treating another person the way I've seen you treat them over just a simple misunderstanding, then I can see what my future might be with you. Say we have some kind of a little disagreement over something. I see how you handle disagreements. I see what my future might be dealing with a person like you. So I don't want to deal with someone like you. So I've quit buying. And let me tell you, I'm not alone. I'm not even close to being alone. There are lots of people like me that have quit buying from individuals on this page because of seeing how you can come unhinged and threaten people and boot them off of your page, and then get all your buddies to boot them off of their page, and start firing nasty messages back and forth to each other throughout the night, and just, threats of violence and bodily harm and all this just over something so stupid. People are just too proud, Nobody can say I'm sorry or I'm wrong anymore. I can. I have no problem at all with that. But so many people just can't do it anymore, and they'd rather just fight to the death, even though they're wrong. So, anyway, there are a lot of people out here that might be buying from you but they've seen how you interact when a situation has even the smallest of problems. They see how what would be the difference. Why, if me and you now have a disagreement over something, you're going to treat me the same way you treated this other guy, so I just don't want anything to do with you. So anyway, think about that. I don't know if my words will fall on deaf ears, so be it, but it's from the heart. It's truth, absolute truth, because here I am. I'm 55 years old. I'm retired. I've been buying coins since I was 14. If you're a hot mess, I'm not buying coins from you anymore, because I don't want to end up in one of the big drama fests. It wouldn't happen with me anyway, because I wouldn't participate in it. If you kicked me off your groups or whatever, I'd just say goodbye and that'd be the end of it. But I realize it takes two to tango. But yeah, people need to calm down a little bit and realize that people can have differences of opinions and we don't have to hate each other, right? You can have a difference of opinion with someone and still be friends. I'm a diehard Republican, and I have Democrat friends. It makes you a more whole person to be able to have friends with diverse ideals, not all the same as yours. So anyway, I'll quit rambling. Just think about it. Everybody sees what you do, with other people. Everybody sees how you handle yourself when the smallest of situation arises. And so a lot of these people aren't going to want to deal with you because they see what can happen with them if they cross you in any way at all. So, calm down. It's okay for people to disagree on something, and you don't have to hate. So that's it. Major Tom, and I'm out.